Well, one of the victims injured in the Twin Falls shooting is Terry Dudley. We have team coverage this afternoon. Cooper Morgan is live in Twin Falls after speaking with Dudley's girlfriend. But first, Morgan Romero spoke with Dudley's son about the terrifying moments that unfolded in their hometown.
It's kind of insane seeing this level of a tragedy here in Twin.
Dudley is a Twin Falls taxi driver. He was on the clock charging his Tesla when his family says the gunman shot him. Dudley was transferred to a Boise hospital today where he's undergoing multiple surgeries. Our Morgan Romero spoke to one of his sons today who's still coping with the horror of what unfolded in his hometown.
Well, he's one tough cookie. He's hanging in there.
Terry Dudley is in a hospital.
Fingers crossed he recovers and, bounces right back.
Recovering after being shot during Saturday's mass shooting outside the new In-N-Out in Twin Falls.
He got shot while he was charging a Tesla and, just finishing out his shift as a taxi driver.
Terry's son Michael says his dad called his boss and his boss's girlfriend, who was in the area, and ran straight to him at the Tesla charging station, a few hundred feet across the parking lot from the In-N-Out where the shooting started.
She's the one who, found them at the Tesla station and made, authorities aware that they were, injured and people were down there.
Michael says a doctor told him the gunman, now identified as 24-year-old Chad Williams, shot his dad through the car into his back near his neck.
So I visited him, but when I got there, they had already intubated him because his lung had, at least from what I heard, partially collapsed.
The Dudleys know they're incredibly fortunate Terry survived this horrific shooting, while 3 others lost their lives. But in the last 24 hours, they've seen fake obituaries saying he is among those killed. They want to dispel that information.
There's a whole bunch of posts and news stuff that's going online that are attributing my dad to being one of the people who are dead. It's been pretty intense trying to deal with, everyone, thinking this, that, or the other happened.
Michael says he and his dad are really close.
What do you want the first thing to be that you say to your dad or do with your dad once he wakes up?
I'm going to be, immediately going to give him some crap about it because, it's what we do.
Now that Terry's been transferred to Boise for surgeries, Michael and his dad's family and friends plan to head there.
How are you feeling today?
Kind of drained, but, I got a few hours of sleep and, just kind of, rolling with the punches, trying to figure out what to do, what's next, how to deal with all of this. I'm still pretty shocked.
Michael says it's hard seeing his dad like this. A father of 5 in his early 60s, who his son and coworkers describe as a big guy with a big personality.
More or less built like a brick wall. Honestly, it's kind of we're not super surprised that, he kind of got this lucky. He's stubborn as an ox, and I'm sure we'll have to deal with that, as he recovers.
Terry's employer, North Star Taxi, set up this online fundraiser to help pay for medical expenses, and right now it's raised more than $8,600. They also say their hearts are with every victim and family impacted by this horrific tragedy. And North Star says any money raised beyond Terry's immediate needs will be shared with other victims to support their recovery as well.